So I've got this rear side panel out of my Toyota 4Runner. I'm attempting to make a plywood replacement, and I would like to be able to reuse some of the factory plastic pieces here. So this is the little storage cubby. There's a bin that fits in from the other side. This thing is held in with these plastic pins molded in here, and then they have these one-way toothed washers, and I was able to get one off here. If you see, I've got a piece of 1/4-inch copper tubing. I've worked on the opening so it just barely fits over the plastic. It was about 5 millimeters. I had to open the opening up a little bit, and then I can run this down. Okay, so I got that piece of copper tubing run down over there. So then I have one of these upholstery removers that's for the plastic push pins. I've pulled all those out. They fit into these small holes, and you just push them through, and then you can pop them out of the large hole. And for this, you need to get underneath that washer, and then you have to just really carefully work around and start getting it to move. And let me see if I can hold this here. Okay, yeah, but you have to kind of hold the plastic. You don't want to break the plastic pin off of there, but you just work this tool back and forth and just gradually lift it up. And the idea of running the tubing down there first is it shaves off just a little bit of the outside diameter, because these were probably punched on at the factory some 40 years ago, and they bit into the plastic really hard. This is 40-year-old plastic, so you don't want to break it off. That would be one option. But I kind of like this method of putting these in, and what I want to do is with this out, I can lay this over my plywood and then just trace the hole, and also trace these holes for these things onto the plywood, and then I can cut it and drill it, and then have my opening for this. Now there's also a piece over here for the rear seat belt. I've pulled the rear seat belts out, so I don't need to duplicate this. I'm going to leave that, so I'll just have this hole, and then over here I just need the hole for the seat belt mechanism there. And I think what I'm going to do with the plywood is I'm going to run a cut through there, either at the top or the bottom, so that if I need to pull this out, I don't need to remove the seat belt. I can just slide the seat belt through a slot there. I'll probably put threaded inserts in maybe half of the plastic push pin holes, because I don't think with the plywood I need it as securely held. I'll pick a couple of these holes to put threaded inserts behind. As you can see, there's push pins along the top, and then there's 2 down on the bottom. So I'll probably just do those, because the plywood is a lot stiffer than this fiberboard. So with that bin in there, you can store things in that bin, but you can also pull it out, and then you can reach through this opening here and get to this whole area down here. So there's a lot of storage space down there. So yeah, I just have to pull all these pins out. Hopefully I can save them all, and we'll get this out, clean it up, and then I can start tracing this onto my sheet of plywood. Got to figure out which holes I want to drill through. Yeah, I'll lay this out on the plywood and mark it out, and maybe cut a piece and try to get one side fit in there anyway. So that's the plan. I'll come back and show you as I get a little farther here.